Hello scrappers and planet lovers, Tin Man here with another video. So today what I want to do is talk about copper dryers. Very easy to recognize. You will find these on dehumidifiers or air conditioners that you find on garbage day. They are your cylindrical item. Sometimes you will see actually two together, and these are a great source of copper. However, if I was to bring this in as is, I am not going to get #1 copper price. I may not even get #2 copper price, because if I put a magnet to these, there are a lot of times a metallic ring inside of there that is steel. As you can see, here is an example of one. Inside of these, there's usually a screen. There are, if I shake this, you can hear that shaking inside. There are a number of pellets. These pellets actually came out of another dryer that I opened. And unfortunately, because of those items, a scrapyard may give you #2 copper price at best, or they will give you a lower grade because of the metal. So what I want to do today is show you how to easily take them apart, how to separate the material. Some of them actually have a screen of brass inside of there, so you can separate that as well. And upgrade this to #1 copper, because given the price of copper right now, copper is a scrapper's gold. So here we go. The first thing I also want to mention is these always have a really nice coil of copper on them. And the nice thing about this copper is these are going to go into my #1 copper. They do not have any soldering on them. They are free of paint. And you do have to be careful, especially when you're dealing with compressors. If there is a type of liquid inside of these do not have any type of your gas, the Freon, or any of those things inside of them, different than your copper coils that come out of radiators. I have had people say because of the liquids inside of those, you may get #2. One way that I like to upgrade even those copper tubes is actually soaking it in either a vinegar, baking soda solution, or even soap and water first. That removes that oil-like substance and will give you a cleaner feel and definitely give you your #1 copper. So all of this, the nice thing is this is dry. There is no evidence of any type of gas or liquid inside of this. So this is #1. All I'm going to do for this is some of them, as I said, that have a washer ring on them. You are just going to, if you put a ring on it or put a magnet on it, you will feel where that washer is. And the other thing is this, if I was to bring this in as is, this would be #2 copper, because you see soldering and paint as well right here. And in order to open this, the reason what I'm going to do, because this is going to be #2 copper, I'm just actually going to take a grinder and I'm going to cut this cap off first to allow me to drain the pebbles out, if there are pebbles, or some of them have a sand-like substance. So just going to put it into my vise right now. I have it all set up. Just going to make a incision. Again, if there is a metal screen, a steel screen, you will find sparks, and that is why, especially when you're using a grinder, you use proper PPE. I'm going to just put a grinder on it. Okay, and the nice thing about this one, you can see, look how beautiful that copper is. This one is a little bit different than my other model. So just some proof that they come in different styles. This one had a metallic looking screen, and as I said, because it is magnetic, this is steel. Sometimes they are stainless steel if they are non-magnetic. But this one, as you can see, that is actually going to be a brass filter or screen. So all I need to do now is I'm actually just going to make an incision all the way down it. I do always have a catch bucket or type of container here to catch the pebbles or sand, whatever it is, so it doesn't go all over my garage. As I said, imagine these all going over the garage. My wife would not like that, and I wouldn't either. So just going to catch them and later discard them in the garbage. copper is not hard to grind through. And now what I'm just going to do, now that it is just released, hopefully open this up a little bit more. It is going to be a little warm, so I do want to make sure that I have some gloves as well. And I just want to make sure I put this, I'm going to turn the camera, put this over my catch basin container. If it opens, you can start seeing, now get a screwdriver just to open that up a little bit. Oh, I can see the beads right now. So there they are, they're coming. I'm just gonna move that filter with my screwdriver. All right, so here we go. Catch basin, look at that. There are my my pebbles. There is my really nice brass. This is yellow brass. This is gonna go for about $3.50 a pound. Definitely not a pound, but what I do is I will put it in a bucket, put it in with all my brass prongs and my little pieces of brass for microwaves and all that stuff. So that's definitely good. Last thing I'm gonna do, just to make sure I have the whole cylinder as number 1, just gonna put a magnet to it. There is another filter I can see right there. So just gonna further open it. I always just put a pair of pliers inside of it and just kind of open it that way. You can see there is the filter. So again, take a screwdriver, just pop it down. There it is. If I put a magnet to that screen, the screen is going to be stainless steel. I am going to cut that off there. Just put this into my brass. So some more brass. Little bit of number 2 on here, the soldering piece. So just going to crimp that piece off. Put that little piece into my number 2. And voila, I have not only this, I've got 3 of these. There's about 4.5, 5 ounces of number 1 copper there. Clean copper now. No soldering, no paint. And again, going for $4.68 for this. A little bit as well, my little pieces right there, the coil. Couple little pieces of number 2 that are gonna go for my $4.48 a pound. Little bit of brass from the filters and very little mess cleanup because I was able to catch the pellets. I'm gonna throw them in the garbage and go on with my business. So hopefully that answered some questions. Hopefully you found that informative. Again, a great source of copper. Please comment down below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Tin Man out.